Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and today is going to be an album review of the new album by Christian hard rock band Disciple, and that album is called Love Letter Kill Shot. And, before I get into this, I just want to say that when I heard that Disciple was making a new album, I was excited, but I was never fully excited for it because Disciple had kind of fallen off my radar in a way after their 2016 album Long Live the Rebels. That was a good album, but I didn't really find myself coming back to it a lot. So when they started releasing the singles for this album, the first single was called Cuff the Criminal, and I wasn't too impressed with it because it had a lot of electronics, but thankfully that did grow on me. Then they started releasing other singles, and I thought, okay, well, this is actually piquing my interest a little bit. And I've already told some people this, but as of right now, Love Letter Kill Shot by Disciple is, for right now, my album of the year for 2019. And I did not expect that to happen at all. Um, I'm so glad to be proven wrong that I thought this album was going to be hit and miss because of how Cuff the Criminal was sounding with the electronic influences and all that. But I've never been more glad to be proven wrong in my life. I'm not going to go over every single song, but I'm just going to pick out some of my favorites and tell you what I like about them and tell you why this album is really great. Um, I'm going to start with a song called Reanimate. Now, Reanimate was, I think, the second single released from this album. Now, this is your classic Disciple sounding song. And what I mean by that is you have great uh, rock and guitar riffs throughout the whole song. You have thought provoking lyrics, and I do mean really thought provoking lyrics. And Kevin Young, the lead singer of Disciple, in case you didn't know what his name was, he does such a fantastic job, and his vocal range is so incredible that he can go from singing really fast and really raspy to harmonizing and just really belting it out. And he does that on every single song on this album. But Reanimate is really good lyrically. I would have to say that this is also not only musically one of Disciple's best albums, I would have to say that also lyrically this is one of Disciple's best albums because these lyrics are so relatable. They're so in depth, in detail. They deal with all kind of things. They deal with depression, anxiety, wanting to come back to Christ if you're a Christian. If not, don't worry about that last one. But and they have a song on here, um, which is another one that I did plan on talking about. The song is called Chemical Wisdom, which is talking about the effects of taking pills in order to feel better, and that one really caught my attention for reasons I will not go into. Uh, but it's such a thought provoking song because there's a really awesome part in that song where Kevin Young sings the words. I'm trying to think of it now. Basically, he's saying it's going to take more than pills to make me feel better. I need more than this. I'm just paraphrasing. That's not the actual lyrics. I just can't remember it right now. But it's a very thought provoking song, and you know, Kevin has this intense scream during the bridge that just sends, like, you feel it, like it just sends chills down my spine every time I hear it. And but I know I'm all over the place. Getting back to the song Reanimate, um, lyrically, it's talking about how, it's talking about from the Christian perspective of, us sinning, murdering and raping and all the bad stuff that we do, and the chorus says, uh, give me. God, I cannot remember any lyrics, and I've been listening to this album all day when I was out and about. But basically, it's saying, I think it's taking the role of God in the chorus, and he's basically saying, all that stuff that you did, all the sins that you committed, give it to me, and I will make you, repent, and I will make sure that you are saved. And uh, I remember the chorus now. It says, "Give me the penalty for all these." Uh, no, I just lost it. Never mind. But basically, it's saying, give all, like, commit all of these. You commit all of these atrocities, and God is still going to be there to rid you of these crimes against humanity. That's basically what it's talking about. It's a great, thought provoking song. And I just talked about that song, Chemical Wisdom, dealing about, uh, you know, that deals with taking taking medication to feel better. That's what it's about. Excuse me. I didn't mean to do that. The next song I'm going to talk about is a song called Misery. This one's probably my favorite on the whole album, and my word, it's such a fantastically written song. Definitely something that I can relate to, and I think a lot of people can relate to it if you have depression and you have these thoughts of just, um, wanting to feel better, but at the same time falling in love with the misery. That's actually a line in the song. I fell in love with the misery. And that's definitely something that I can relate to, dealing with these bouts of depression that overtake me sometimes. Sometimes, sometimes it's like it, but I don't. It's weird. I have a love hate relationship with it. I don't like feeling that way, but at the same time, I'm glad that I'm able to feel something, if that makes any sense. And I think that's definitely what this song is talking about. But it's classic Disciple. You got those awesome, awesome guitar riffs. Kevin Young does an amazing job on the vocals, and it's just a very great song all around. There's not a bad song on this album at all. Even the songs that sound cliche and have the most cliche lyrics, Kevin Young still finds a way to make those songs enjoyable, just from his vocal performances and the way that the music is organized. It's just a fantastic album all around. Um, let's see. Oh, the last song I'm going to talk about is a song called Panic Room, which is probably my second favorite from this album. Now, this has a guest spot from the lead singer of another Christian rock band called Project 86. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them, but I don't listen to them that much, but I do know of them. And the lead singer of that band, his name is Andrew Schaub, and he does a fantastic job in the chorus. It's basically, he starts out the chorus, and then halfway through, Kevin Young comes back in and finishes the second part of the chorus. It's a cool dynamic that I think works really well. Um, just a fantastic song. It has this really creepy opening of like an old therapy session recording, and the doctor's talking to this his a female patient about, she can see, like, she can hear the voices of different people in her head, but she can't see them. And that develops into a song talking about, in a way, it almost sounds like it's talking about someone who's really full of themselves, something that's very someone who's very high on their luck and they want all these different things. But when the skeletons start to come out of their closet, they start to sing a different tune. That's what it sounds like it's about to me. You may think differently when you hear it, but overall, this is definitely my album of the year for 2019 so far. I know we still have 3 more months to go, and that very well could change, but man, I don't know. This album is fantastic to me. Uh, I would actually, this is going to be my first 10 out of 10 rating for 2019. I think that's amazing. It's already the middle of September, and this is the only 10 out of 10 rating that I've given an album so far. I mean, that's really rare these days. Like I said, I like every single song. Every single song is fantastically written. Uh, just everything about this album is fantastic, and I would recommend this to anyone. Not only people who are Christians. I would recommend this to anybody, because even if you're not a Christian, even if you're not religious at all, or if you have a different religious background, you can find something to take away from this album. I guarantee it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I think I've rambled about it long enough. Definitely a 10 out of 10. Definitely worth checking out, and I want to hear what you have to say about this album. So as always, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.